The feature race in Durban took place in sweltering conditions despite a nice breeze blowing off the Indian Ocean. The parasols were up, the umbrellas were up, trying to protect the drivers from the heat before the start of the race. While it was hot into the first corner as expected, and there was an incident as 3 into 1 just didn't go, and it was South Africa that got caught up in it amongst many others. Disappointment for the host nation, and they would have a lot of work to do throughout the rest of the afternoon. On the restart, Australia tangled with Germany, causing another problem and sent the Irish car into the tyre barrier. More damage was done, another restart called for, more work for the teams as well. Up front, Switzerland led from New Zealand in second place. South Africa had this little incident running into the back of the Czech Republic car. Thankfully, it didn't do too much damage, and Adrian Zhao continued. But this incident in the pits cost New Zealand valuable points in the championship. They miscalculated, letting the car out after the pit stop, and it went wrong. India led briefly, but it wasn't to be for long. They picked up a black flag later in the race, and Switzerland were comfortably in front, ahead of Canada. China's Frankie Zheng was also on the move, getting past Italy and then past Brazil. This was a brave move to pass Bruno Junqueira, and that brought delight to the Chinese pit garage. Likewise, Adrian Zhao was proving that overtaking is possible on a street track as he managed to get past Italy's Eduardo Piscopo and then go on the chase of Brazil himself. That brought great delight to the crowd. The host nation getting behind Adrian Zhao's attempts to move up the field. Now France then took third place. Great pit stop, good strategy. Great Britain couldn't quite fend him off, and Oliver Jarvis found himself back in fourth. But then Canada spun from second place, and as he tried to get the car out of the way, around came Great Britain to crash into him. That cost them both any chance of scoring good points here today, and Great Britain just could not believe their bad luck. He did get a new nose cone and went back out onto the circuit. But meanwhile, Adrian Zhao on another restart, desperate attempt to get down the inside, crashed straight into the side of the Dutch car. That caused a brief fire, and for the second time today, the Dutch car had been torpedoed by one of its opposition. Jeroen Bleekemolen walked back. Jan Lammers could not quite believe it, but then the red flag came out and they were still classified in the points. But they weren't as pleased as Portugal. They came home with a surprise third place. Second went to Loïc Duval of Team France, a great drive from him. But victory, 15 points and a new championship lead for Neil Yarni of Switzerland. Catch the next race from Mexico, March 16th.